Over the last decade or decade and a half, we've seen both the number and the severity of disasters really ramping up in Canada. Disaster losses in Canada are growing something on the order of 9% a year, which is absolutely unsustainable. But we know how to build to make structures more resilient against a whole range of hazards. The science is there, the knowledge is there, it's not a mystery, we just have to get on with it. My name is Glenn McGovern. I'm Managing Director of the Institute for Catastrophic Loss Reduction. We've been around for a little while, probably 27, 28 years. We recognize that globally the number of disasters were ramping up. Canada wasn't really impacted at that time, but we figured that that trend would come to Canada one day, and we were correct. I've been working with this data for 30 years. I've seen big changes in this country. Everybody's really getting kind of overwrought with these things. So it was a good thing that we were created. And we're here to help society. We're not here to make insurance companies money. We're here to make Canadians safer against severe weather and earthquake. That's our purpose. We're a not-for-profit.
Hi, I'm Keith Porter. I'm the Chief Engineer for the Institute for Catastrophic Loss Reduction. No one else is filling this space, at least not in Canada. ICLR is the only nonprofit that has nationwide reach, that deals with all of these perils, and that provides this kind of knowledge. In Ontario, basement flooding, strong winds, fire in the wildland-urban interface. Those are the leading causes of harm to Ontario homeowners and businesses. Natural disasters affect everybody. There's a fire in Alberta and you live in Ontario, you may think that you're not paying for that fire. You are. You're going to pay the taxes that help to fund recovery. Your insurance rates might go up because you are insured through a national company that just lost a lot of money. We are literally all in this together. It is in everyone's interest to protect people from natural disasters. What we're seeing around here is all about what do you physically do to change buildings, utilities, transportation infrastructure so that the environment causes less damage to them. These displays illustrate those changes. Some of them talk about what you do to reduce flood damage. Some of them talk about what you do to reduce damage in fires. Others deal with wind and hail. And we have one here that deals with earthquake risk reduction. These displays give people a physical sense. They can see it, they can touch it. It just makes them more real to people. The conversations that we have afterwards are just more engaging. We actually try to equip client-facing insurance professionals with brief information, just the bullet points, the talking points that they need when they talk to their policyholders to bring the owner's attention to a problem, to bring the owner's attention to the possible solutions.
A few years ago, we signed a really interesting agreement with OMIA so that OMIA itself can join on behalf of the Ontario mutual insurers that belong to OMIA. But this was an opportunity to bring the Ontario mutuals in full force. And small communities are at particular risk of severe weather, and I've seen examples where almost entire small towns and small places have been wiped out due to severe weather. But we can point to lots and lots and lots of examples where, a subdivision in St. Thomas, Ontario, for example, was built to handle most tornadoes that occur in that area. Working with another builder out west on an entire subdivision that's going to be wildfire resilient. Got a change to the Ontario Building Code a few years ago that makes roof sheathing on roofs a little bit stronger. There's all these examples that we can point to that where the rubbers hit the road, and we can say, this is not just theory, it's not just science, it's where ICLR has actually made a difference. This idea that it's never going to happen to me, there's a lot of people who thought that. You don't wake up one morning and say, I'm going to get hit by a tornado today. It happens quickly. You didn't think about it, you didn't plan for it. I think individual homeowners really have to embrace this and start thinking about things like, how do I protect my family? How do I protect the biggest investment I have? How do I protect my possessions? We know how to do all of that, and we just have to get on with that work.